Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Carolee, and here I help to bring you clarity through life's toughest challenges. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you, and I feel so blessed to be able to bring you these messages. We just finished Canadian Thanksgiving, and it has me in the gratitude mood. I mean, every day is a gratitude mood, but I wanted to give a special shout out to you guys for being here, following me, and just for you and your energy, sharing your energy with me. I appreciate it so much. You have no idea. So without further ado, I have 3 piles for you to choose from. Today we're looking at what you need to do in order to unblock your manifestations, and what spirit is sort of guiding you to do to unblock or raise your vibration, so to speak, but unblock your manifestations through focusing within, or what it is that you need to shift or look at or heal in order to help bring in those manifestations. Okay, so right now I'll put the photo up of the 3 different piles for you to choose from. When you're ready, take your time, and when you're ready, the timestamp for your pile is in the description box. Go ahead and click on that, and it'll take you right to your reading. Okay. Oops. Welcome, pile 1, to your reading. Spirit, please connect me with pile 1's energy and let us know what they need to do to unblock their manifestation, whatever it is they're trying to manifest right now. You all chose the 3 of Pentacles. Right away, they're saying partnership and cooperation. And also they're saying something about security. We're going to get into what that means for you. There's 3 circles on this card there, right? Cooperation, partnerships, working together. I just saw 111 on the timer. But they're highlighting the red circle in the very middle. So I'm thinking of the root chakra, which is why I'm thinking about protection, security, feeling safe in maybe this group, feeling safe and in your environment even, I'm seeing for some of you, might be really important. Or even feeling safe in the present moment. There might be issues around hypervigilance, around a lot of fears, fears around even feeling safe having what it is that you want, feeling, because a lot of the times when we have gone through really painful situations, feeling safe is triggering. When I first moved into a different environment after some traumatic experiences, and my daughter and I moved, it took a long time to feel okay, feeling safe where I was. For a long time, I wasn't safe. And my body was so used to being hypervigilant, being on high alert, that being in a safer place felt very destabilizing for me. And so there's something around that with you, around maybe around other people, maybe in connections, maybe in friend groups, social settings. But there is something about feeling safe in a crowd, in a setting, in an environment, working on grounding yourself, I'm seeing, especially when you're around other people. You might have a little bit of social anxiety, and that is something that Spirit wants you to work on. Okay. I'm going to show you the cards once I get them out. So 2 cards. There's a lot of heaviness. Like, the cards are having a hard time shuffling too. Not shuffling, like they're shuffling, but they feel very heavy. Okay, so let's pull these out, and then I'll show you, and then I'll do the channeled messages. There's something also about sharing a vision with somebody else. Building something, maybe you're thinking about building something, or you're working with somebody else to build a vision, or you're working with a partner, and either it could be, you know, a friendship, it could be business, it could be a romantic partner, building something for the future, I see here. But there's a lot of worry around feeling safe in this connection, feeling heard, feeling like your ideas matter, like your vision matters, feeling as though there's this longing, this sense of longing to do something, and perhaps the ideas that you're sharing haven't been heard, or you feel as though you're not being heard. That's just for some of you, I think, but we'll see. Let's just see here. Okay, so you saw this one, the 3 of Pentacles that you chose. Then we have the 9 of Swords. So a lot of fears, anxiety keeping you up at night. 8 of Swords as well. I find that those 2 cards, even more so than the 10 of Swords, feel as though they're the heaviest cards in the deck. That the fear, the anxiety, the sleepless nights, the restlessness, the constant barrage of information and other people's opinions and chatter, they're saying, feeling tied up by your own emotions, not knowing what to do, not knowing what's the right decision, completely not trusting. Okay, so I'll keep showing you these cards before I keep going. So the 2 of Wands was underneath the 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords here. A lot of heaviness, a lot of self-sabotage energy. Not feeling comfortable sharing with other people, kind of being a lone wolf, not being able to get along in a group, feeling as though you're an outsider even. Then we have the 9 of Pentacles. Feeling, it could be, it didn't come out reversed, but the 9 of Pentacles is all about you and your self-focus. So it could be like preferring to work alone, because right after the 9 of Pentacles, we have the 3 of Cups. And so 2 of the 3, so 3 of Pentacles and 3 of Cups. I'm going to clarify what this is more about, because it's just so much anxiety, social anxiety, being around other people, worrying maybe what they think about you. We go from the 3 of Pentacles to then the 3 of Cups down near the end, and then the Magician at the very, at the end of the reading here. So the manifestation is definitely coming to fruition. It's definitely there at the end of all of this. But we go from the 3 of Pentacles to the 3 of Cups, and there's this like working together, but then celebrating together. But then all this stuff in the middle, all this icky energy in the middle is sort of blocking this manifestation from coming through. And then, oh, sorry, before I lose the bottom card, there's this 3 of Swords, which is of, you know, the energy a lot of negative sword energy cards, mental energy, anguish, feeling betrayed, feeling hurt, feeling heartbroken, having this vision, but not necessarily knowing how to execute the vision, not knowing how to come to terms with something. Irreconcilable differences, they're saying. Like there's some sort of maybe core values that you're having a hard time reconciling with somebody else, negotiating with somebody else. I want to clarify though, before we get too deep into the message of how to unblock the manifestation. I know it's around working together, cooperating, communicating, maybe sharing a vision, sharing your vision with somebody else, and not worrying how they'll take it, how they're going to accept it. And then we have the Four of Cups and the Seven of Cups. There's, yeah, feeling as though like not knowing what to do, or feeling as though nothing you do is ever good enough for the group or for this partnership or for this situation. Like you're really feeling heavy, feeling like nothing you do is ever good enough, feeling as though maybe you feel within yourself, and this it's how somebody else takes your or hears your ideas or listens to you is not necessarily a reflection of you and those ideas or thoughts, but you're taking it very personally as if it is. How people show up in this connection, whatever it is a reflection of them and what they're going through, and you're taking it extremely personally, feeling as though you're the problem almost, and that you're not good with people, and you don't work well with others, so you're not going to bother, and you're going to make this solo effort. But I feel as though there's something about doing this alone without the right people there to support you, is actually very exhausting. There's a lot of anguish in that, keeping yourself apart from these people, from loved ones, from family, from people who really love and care about you. There's something about you actually need them more than you think you do. Oh, and then at the bottom of the deck there was the Hermit. Hermit card. Right, so that feeling of needing to be alone and isolated, working on yourself, working alone, away from the world. No, I just keep seeing like nobody understands me. They don't understand me. But how can they understand you and where you're coming from if you don't open yourself up and share? If you don't connect? If you don't let those people in. And for trauma survivors, it can be very scary to let other people in, especially if you have these early wounds from like early abandonment wounds from your mother or father figures. If they didn't see you, if they didn't attune to you, if they didn't prioritize you, it can be very scary to connect with somebody else. Right? And you might find, and then the Five of Swords is a self-sabotage. Oh, and then I shuffled, and then this was at the bottom, Seven of Swords. There's just so much, you're hiding yourself with the Page of Pentacles that came out there. I saw 1111 on the timer. You're hiding yourself, your true self, to protect yourself, and that's normal. But what that's doing is it's lowering your vibrations, and it's creating conflict in your environment. And so what should be happening, what could be happening, what the universe wants for you isn't able to come into alignment because you're blocking it with all these fears of connecting with other people, or a person. Who is this about? Is this like in general? I know this is a general reading, so it's different for everybody. Is this spirit work or love or friendships? Is there something specific I can get into? Okay. So the Ace of Cups. So primarily for most of you, it's about love, or it could be a creative project that's very close to your heart, very important to you, because we do have the Page of Pentacles there and the Ace of the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Could be about starting a creative project as well. Fears around how other people are going to accept your creative project, accept your ideas, accept you. If you are thinking of maybe even, there's something about you not feeling as though you're good enough for this situation, this job, this partnership, and that's really blocking you. I don't think that how do the other people in this situation feel about pile number one? What do they see that pile number one doesn't see? Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. They see a go-getter. They see somebody who's very driven. They see somebody who's very passionate and has a lot of energy. They see you as very inspiring and creative and a good communicator. Better than I think that you are. Like they love listening to your ideas. They love your passion. They love your drive, your motivation. Like you're determined. There's this energy of really being determined to accomplish something that you're focusing on right now, and people really love that about you. Yeah. So we have here. I asked, what do people see that you don't see? And we have the King of Cups, the King of Swords. You're a leader. You're very wise and compassionate. You're very self-assured. You have a beautiful, beautiful heart. People are drawn into your energy. You are a star. Like there's this little starfish. They wanted me to point out the star. You're a star. People love being in your energy. They love it. You're very calming and relaxing and grounding for some people. And I know the water might not be so grounding, but you help to make you a filter. That's what it is. You're grounding, but in a way that you're a filter for other people's stress. Right? Like you really take it into yourself. My daughter's like that. She absorbs people's energy, but she's able to shake it off very easily. So she picks it up. You can tell when she's absorbing other people's energy, but then most of the time she can kind of move on from this moment of stress and sadness or whatever it is, and she's able to bring a lot of light and positivity, and that I see it is you. The King of Swords. You're wise. You're wise beyond your years, they're saying. You can see things that other people can't see with the bat there in the darkness. You're a messenger from the divine even. Perhaps you read tarot cards, or you're very spiritual, you're very intuitive. You might not realize just how intuitive you are. You might not realize the energy that you're picking up from other people, because you are this filter of energies, and it can get stuck in your own body, and we'll talk about that in a second. Because if you're not also taking care of yourself, I'll just go into it. If you're not also taking care of yourself, you can easily get stuck in the negativity of other people's stuff, other people's drama. You see people very clearly. You might have psychic visions and not realize you're having psychic visions. Pay attention to your dreams. Or you might think of something and it's true, and it comes to be true, and you're like, oh, that's such a coincidence. But it's not, because you just are having psychic visions. You're also very protected. I think some people almost wonder, how do you get away with some things? Or how have you lived through so many experiences and come out alive? You're very protected and guided. So there's always been, it's almost like they're showing me somebody who steps off a curb and just misses a car coming or something like that, right? And it's the divine protecting you and your intuition protecting you as well. The Ace of Wands. You're also a very fair person, I think. Ace of Wands. Again, you have so much passion, so much creativity, so much energy. You might have a hidden talent for art, a hidden artistic talent that you don't show a lot of people, but people see anyways, or they see that you're very creative and artistic, but you're just like, oh, that's just who I am. But you don't necessarily see it as artistic. See this figure, her eyes are closed. Just sort of learning through life. Learning through experiences. You're very wise through the experiences that you've gone through. What's around her head? I think it's like a net, but it's like a Christmas light sort of net. You draw people in. Again, you have that energy of drawing people into your energy, into your space. You're very charismatic, fun to be around as well. And people just really enjoy being around you. You light them up. And then the Ace of Swords. You have great ideas. It's like you have great ideas sparking out of nowhere, right? You're so intuitive with your work too, whatever it is that you do. You might know how to problem solve really well, but not really know why you know how to problem solve very well. It just comes to you. These ideas, these answers just come to you, and that's because of the psychic gifts that you have. People just are in awe of how wise and intelligent you are. I think that also might come as a surprise to them as you see this in the background, this the crow over here. I don't know if you can see it very well in the card, but it is fuzzy, right? It's in the distance. So these ideas come to you almost out of nowhere, or solutions come to you almost out of nowhere, but it's because you're intuitive. It's because you're connected to the divine. You're favored. I'm hearing you're very favored by the divine, and you probably have a bigger mission in this life than you realize as well. What is it that pile one is trying to manifest? I know everyone's is going to be different, but what is it that you're trying to manifest? Aww. Pile one. You're trying to manifest your Empress. For a lot of you, this is masculine energy watching this channel, or watching this pile anyways. You could be the masculine energy in this relationship, in this dynamic, but you're trying to manifest your Empress. I saw 2020 and then the 22 on the timer. So the number 2 is about learning how to communicate, how to connect in relationships. So this does have a lot to do with connecting to other people. It could be intimate relationships, and for this reading, I do think that for most of you, it has a lot to do with intimate relationships, especially somebody that you feel in awe of. The Empress is nurturing. She's a mother. She's very nurturing, very connected to the earth. She's very earthy, and you find her to be very grounding. You feel very safe and grounded in her energy. She's free. She's this free spirit. She's calm and poised. She's also very creative, very loving, understanding, very patient. She has this ability to forgive the most insane things, you know. She just understands. She understands humanity. She's like the mother of humanity. She probably gets along with all kinds of walks of life. Right? She just sees people for who they are, and has an immense amount of compassion for those people. And you respect that about her immensely. At the bottom of the deck here, we have the 3 of Swords. So I want to cry, you guys, for this. It just feels like there's so much pain. You're trying to manifest this person either through your pain or her pain, or both of your pain, or something happened between the two of you. We do have the 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups here, and those can talk about a third party situation, some sort of something that happened between you or somebody else, or another person, or a situation. Third party can be anything. It can be, other situations in your life. that are blocking this connection, or it could have been, you know, some kind of a third party affair, or another person that's involved in this thing. But there's so much pain here. There's so much agony over how this person views you. And you self-sabotage this connection with the Five of Swords here. You're just like in agony and anguish about like what happened. See, the figure in the back here is like, hey, you know, where are you going? And this person's like, oh man, I really messed up. Meanwhile, this person in the background's like, I don't understand. Like, where are you going? What's happening? Like, hello, look at me, look at me, look at me. And you're just like, man, I can't do it. I'm not good enough. I don't know what to do. I don't know how they see me. You know, but what you don't understand is this person sees you as this wonderful, beautiful, intelligent, loving, caring, nurturing, creative, inspiring person. They have so much love for you, but you don't see it. Like there's this longing for this person. And it's almost as if with the Five of Swords, it's like they're right there, but you're like, but you don't see them. And yet you're trying to manifest them, which doesn't really make any sense. But it's to the outside world. But what's happening is it's your own inner wounds, abandonment wounds, most likely from childhood, from your parents, from something that happened, that's blocking you from being able to see yourself in the way that they see you. You're being able to even accept that they even want you. You're like, why would you want me? I don't get it, because you're this empress. You're like looking at them like, you're this empress. I don't get it. Why do you want me? Like, doesn't make any sense. And you're so afraid. You're so afraid of how beautiful inside and out that they are, that you sabotage this connection. You run away. So how can they work on that? How can pile number one work on that wound inside to allow this manifestation, this beautiful empress, to come into their lives? You have to let your wall down. With the Nine of Wands, you have to let your guard down. You're so heavily guarded, your walls are up, that they can't get in. You have to remove the blocks too. If there is a third party situation, there's this figure right here. I have this feeling that if there was or is a third party situation here, you also have to, it's like you're using that person as a shield to prevent you from connecting with this person, with the Empress. It's like she's your guard. You know, it's like you put her there, or put him there, whoever it is, as a blockade to protect your heart. So letting your walls down, which is scary as F. It's scary. It's so hard when you've been hurt and abandoned, and maybe even told that you're not good enough, right? From childhood. You have to shift your mentality from I'm not good enough, or I don't have enough, to I am worthy of this connection. There could be some fears around you not being able to provide for this person. Maybe if you are a masculine energy, the masculine wants to provide for his partner. And if you feel as though you're financially have financial issues, and you feel as though you're not able to, with the Five of Pentacles here, can talk about not having enough or having financial issues that are standing in the way. If you shift your energy from I don't have enough, or, you know, to I am enough, maybe even working on your financial situation, that will help you feel better about coming to this person as this protector, as this provider. But again, I don't think that this person, because of she is the Empress, I don't think that she has that I don't think that she cares as much as you think that she cares about the money or about whatever circumstances you're in. I don't think that that matters as much as you think that it does. So this is all about your internal perceptions about where you're at in your life, who you are. I think Spirit really wants you to focus on who you are as a person, because that's how this person sees you versus what you have materialistically in the 3D world, in this physical world, because this connection is not necessarily, I feel as though it's a very spiritually guided connection, with the Empress card here and all this intuition with the King of Swords. You're a very intuitive person with the Ace of Swords here, you know. I think you should focus on the qualities that you possess and how amazing you are and how amazing this person thinks that you are, rather than the deficits that society tells you, that the things that you don't have, right? What does this Empress want? She just wants you. Like, she wants love. She wants family. She wants joy. With the Ten of Cups, this isn't a financial card. This isn't somebody who's materialistic. The Empress is not materialistic. She cares more about how you show up energetically than what you have in your bank account, or, you know. She really wants you to show up in love, in union, in as your whole self, and just being very vulnerable with who you are. And where you're at in life and what you've gone through, right? I think that you've gone through so much in your life, and the fact that you're even here right now, trying and wanting and dreaming and wishing and hoping and longing for this, right? You just have to believe that you deserve it, and then it'll be able to come in. But if you don't believe that you deserve her, then it will be impossible to have her. Aww. So, okay, they just showed the Ace of Pentacles came up. I wasn't sure if I was gonna show it to you, but they're showing me this scene of somebody coming with like pocket change almost, or just very little, in these two hands. Like, this is all I have, but I want to give it to you. Like, that energy of giving to this person what you do have, the very little that might be for you, is going to open the doors to this connection. It's going to open the floodgates of her appreciation, for just the fact that you're showing up. That's all that I think that, I mean, you know, showing up in the right energy for this connection to flourish and blossom. But what can they do to focus on that inner healing of that abandonment wound, that feeling of not enoughness, that anxious attachment? What is it? Hypervigilance, you know, being really scared about connecting deeply, being vulnerable, being open. Is there something that they can do Yeah, just go for it. I feel like I've read this. I read this last time in a different way, but the Emperor came up, which is the Divine Masculine. So we have the Divine Masculine. It could also be the father wound, healing a father wound, or look at the behaviors that are similar to the relationship that you viewed growing up. So maybe your father and his patterns in relationships, or your mother, or the two of them together, the patterns that you witnessed as a child, that can give you some clues as to what's happening right now. Are you behaving in similar ways? Is she, you know, what has she been through? But this is mostly about you, like shifting those behaviors and patterns and things. So we have the Empress and the Emperor. So this could be a twin. If you resonate with twin flame connections, this could be a twin flame connection. It's definitely a spiritually guided connection. You are a perfect balance for each other. You are perfect for each other with the Emperor and the Empress. Oh my God, you guys could be great leaders. Like, you could be going through all this stuff that you're going through, healing and elevating and working on yourself in order to bring a message of love and union and connection to the world. Like, that could be for some of you, if that's part of your soul mission here together, which could be why you're going through all this heartache and this struggle right now. It's part of the process of learning so that you can then become the leaders and the teachers to others, which is very frustrating, but it could be something that's happening. And then we have the Chariot and the Page of Wands. So this is like just really going for it passionately, with energy, with enthusiasm, feeling like you're ready, feeling like you're worth it, feeling like you will be successful, believing that you're going to be successful in connecting with this person and opening the door with this person, showing them that you're taking the right action, even if it's baby steps with the page, because it's a Page of Wands. It could be just small steps that you're able to take, but really showing them that you're willing to make the move. You're willing to make the first move. Again, with the Page of Wands, the first move, the initial steps, showing that you're willing to close the gap between where you're at and where they're at. Because she's an Empress, dude, because she's an Empress, she's just sitting and waiting for you to do something profound, you know? She doesn't need, because she's an Empress, this feminine, divine feminine energy, she doesn't need to take the action. That's up to you, the masculine energy. In order for you to heal your father wound and to enter into this state of this masculine energy, the masculine is the one who takes the initiative. The masculine is the protector. The masculine is the one to make the Empress, the feminine, feel safe so that she can feel safe and to create, to love, right? In order for her to open up her heart to you, she has to feel safe with you. So you have to show her that you're willing and able and ready to make her feel safe, to be there for her, to be that strong and supportive presence, to provide for her so that she can do what she does best, which is be love incarnate, right? So she can show you love. She can reciprocate your love. It's very difficult for a feminine, if she's constantly having to be both feminine and masculine, for her to then show up in this loving energy, right? If she's having to do both, that's very difficult and taxing and exhausting on her energy. So you have to do your part. But again, it's not like, oh, I'm a terrible person, or you're a terrible person for what is happening. It's like you have this wound from childhood that makes you engage and behave in certain ways that sabotages your happiness, your ability to connect with other people, especially in romantic partnerships, right? It's like, it's this energy of, I'm going to hurt you before you can hurt me. Just use that deck for clarifying. Anything from the Osho Zen deck? The messages are always slightly different. What's your advice? Any other pieces of advice for pile number? And then, for pile number 1, I'll show you Seven of Pentacles, patience. Have some patience with yourself and this person. We have the Hierophant, no thingness. I'll show you the cards in a sec. One more card. Any other advice? Which could be, and the Four of Cups, which is, we already pulled the Four of Cups somewhere over here. Where is it? Yeah, so we have that twice. A double confirmation, basically saying, I am worthy. And blocking out all these voices in your head. See here, all these voices, all these other people. It could be other people, but a lot of your internal fears, right? Demons inside saying you're not worthy, saying you're not good enough, saying they don't love you, they don't like you, there's something wrong here, right? That are trying to keep you safe because that has kept you safe for so long. You learn to disconnect, to not expect love, to turn away from love, to not be vulnerable in order to feel safe growing up with a parent who didn't love you the way that you deserved to be loved. And now it's this lesson that you're learning is that you are worthy just as you are, without anything else, without all the fancy gimmicks they're saying. No thingness, the Hierophant, which is also having faith. I think that for this, because there's just this blank card, you might not see clearly what to do or how this is going to work, or there's almost like this sense of taking a leap and the universe will catch you, but also just having faith. Having faith in the divine, maybe working on yourself as well with the Hierophant, working on your own spirituality. I just keep getting, it's more about having faith, because we also have the Patience card here, Seven of Pentacles, which is about not necessarily doing the work, but having already planted the seeds and kind of giving it time to heal, giving it time to grow, giving the universe time to bring you two together, or not just bring you two together, because there is this need to take a step, to take action, but the healing in this union, giving her time to feel safe with you, because in this card is sort of an Empress figure, right? She's pregnant, ready to birth, and that takes time. It'll take time for her to feel safe and comfortable with you, perhaps if there was some sort of third-party situation, or if you betrayed her in some way, or if there was something that happened, and now she's feeling unsafe. But I think that she's ready to forgive you. It's just about, giving her a little bit of space, but also showing her that you're willing to do the work. You're willing to show up differently this time, because she does have so much faith in you and love for you and compassion for you. But she does need her own time in order to feel comfortable, in order to feel like she can share, in order to feel like she can communicate and be her true and authentic self. Like maybe she wants to be able to be more open and playful and fun with you, but she doesn't feel like she can trust you. And so right now she's just waiting and watching and waiting to see what's going to happen, waiting to see what actions you're going to take, waiting for the point where she feels like, okay, I really believe him now. I believe this person and I trust them and I feel safe and secure to really let him in and be that really loving and nurturing person that she is. But right now she might have her guard up as well. Okay, so I'm going to use the Archetypes deck, the Carolyn Myss Archetypes deck, and just to look at anything that Spirit wants you to look at within yourself, anything specific that Spirit wants you to look at within yourself, and then we'll pull a card for her energy and what you need to know about her. Okay, so you. Aww. Got the King, but it came in reverse. Shadow attributes: excessive feeling of entitlement, rulership without restraint. This is similar to the Emperor. So this is something that it could be, again, a father wound I'm picking up. Maybe somebody was overly critical of you, and that's something that now you don't feel like you're good enough. Like maybe your father was very hypercritical of you, and now you're showing up in these relationships as somebody who doesn't feel good enough for these relationships, for the love, to receive love. You're not open to receiving love, and you're hypercritical on yourself, but you might also be hypercritical on this person as well, and she might really feel that, or feel like you're not there, or even entitled to her energy, right? Like you're pulling away. Maybe you're siphoning energy from her, entitled to her, feeling really entitled of her, feeling very, you might think of it as protective, but it could be very jealous as well. There's this like feeling of ownership of her rather than just allowing her space to be free with you, because she will come willingly. One more card for your energy. One more thing for Scribe. So it says, preserving knowledge and information as the light attribute, shadow attribute, altering facts, and plagiarizing others' work. So scribe is also writing. This figure is writing a note. So it could be needing to apologize, needing to atone for something, writing her a message, taking that first step and like messaging her. Okay, I didn't read the light attributes, but I will, because that's what you want to step into. And enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. Like, how can you support her? How can you be more supportive of her and what she's going through and what's happening in her life? Look at it that way. How can you be her protector and provider? Because that's what she needs in order to blossom. How can you be that for her? And then in turn, she's going to reciprocate that, and then you can then become the king. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. All right, a card for your Empress's energy, or what you need to know about her, what's going on inside of her. Don Juan, light attribute, spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. Shadow attribute, using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. So she doesn't trust you. She thinks you're kind of a player, this Don Juan energy. She doesn't know that she can be herself and open up fully to you. And so she might hold back a lot right now. I mean, I think she's very attracted to you. There's definitely this passionate energy between the two of you. Like, there's so much passion and love, and but there's also, they're saying a lot of animosity because she doesn't trust you. She thinks you're a player. She thinks you're playing her, or going to. And maybe that stems from the Three of Swords and these, the Three of Pentacles, you know, the third party energy here. Maybe you have done something, and she just feels like, maybe she also feels like she's not enough. You know, maybe she's worried about being vulnerable with you because of that energy, right? And that's very sad, because there's so much love between the two of you, and this really could be a beautiful union, but she's afraid of like being hurt by you, and that same passion that draws her in, she's worried about that being placed onto other people. Okay, and I also got mentor for her energy. Light attribute, passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Shadow attributes, inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. She's your mentor. She's a huge spiritual teacher for you. She's not afraid of you. You know, like she sees you very clearly, and all of your impulsivity. She sees how great you could be. You know, maybe the two of you, she sees so much in you that I don't think that you see in yourself, like we already talked about there. And she is your mentor. She is like your own personal spiritual guide, and you're her protector, because she is this great mentor, I think, as well, with the Empress energy here. And again, the two of you bringing that sort of mentorship to the world. And it'll be different for all of you. But at the end of all of this, we have the Magician. And so what you want is available for you, and you're worthy of it. And she wants it. She wants you. She's open to it. But there's things that you need to do in order to be ready to receive her love. Right? I feel like she's given you a lot of it, but you rejected it almost with the Five of Swords there. Like, no, I don't want your love. And yet craving it and longing for it at the same time. I'm gonna use this. This is a long reading. I didn't mean for it to go this long, you guys. This Affirmations deck. It's just a little deck. Any one piece of advice to shift pile number 1's mindset? Number 18. So the number 9 could be important, or number 18, but number 9 is like endings, new beginnings. It says, be still. Spirit waits to guide you, but you must be still to hear the message. You're worrying about what to do, and if, just be still, meditate, go within, in order to help silence the fears. It's important for you to go within so you can hear and listen to and follow your own intuition. What's your heart telling you to do? Forget about the situation and what happened. What does your heart want? Be open about that. What does your heart want? Listen to that guidance. That's the divine, that's your higher self, right? What does your heart actually want? I feel like asking, like, what does her heart want? I should use that deck. No, they want me to use. Oh, I guess I'll use this deck. It's still in the box. Give me one sec. Now, there's a bit of nudity sometimes in these cards, so I might not be able to show you the card. Because YouTube won't let me. So let's see. Oh, gosh. She wants you to make a decision and be really clear about it and make your move towards her. You guys could be at a distance from each other, so there's a bit of nudity, so I will just cover that part. King of Swords again, and then the Six of Swords, which they're in a boat traveling. So the Six of Swords can be about distance. It can be traveling. You might need to come towards her. Maybe you live at a distance and she wants you to make a decision to come towards her, whatever that means for you. You need to make a change. All these butterflies on these cards. You need to be clear about your intentions, about what it is that you want with her. Because she feels like you lack clarity, like she doesn't know what you want. She's kind of in the dark. She's like, I want you to be clear, I want you to make a decision, and I want you to take action. That's what she wants from you. But in this boat, you have this couple embraced, right? I can't show you the whole card. This couple embracing and making out in the boat, but you have this person bringing you together somewhere. So I feel as though there could be a person that might be able to help you close the gap or bridge the gap, whatever the distance means for you. There could be somebody who can actually help you with that. There's a solution there. There's somebody there that can help you and help to bring you closer. Or it's your spirit guide. Let me ask, who is this? I normally don't. This deck, it's interesting because most of the time there isn't, or I guess that's not true. Usually it's kind of a hidden figure. Yeah, it could be family, it could be friends, the Six of Cups. And actually it could be a spirit guide as well. It could be a child. Right, that's the Six of Cups can also talk about childhood. Spirit guides, a friend, like a close friend, but it could be a child as well, right? I don't know if you were married or if you were together and you have a child, or she might get pregnant. Like there's something that there could be something that happens where she gets pregnant and then that kind of forces you guys to come together. For some of you, that's not necessarily the case. And I wouldn't say that a child will heal a relationship, but there could be a child in this situation that helps to bring you two together. Or a friend or a spirit guide. So Six of Cups for, other people. Who is this person helping them come together? There's a lot of nipples in this deck. I can't show you. 13. Death. Yeah, I can't show you this either. I won't show. Can I just cover this? Cover the nipples, cover the nipples. It could literally be a spirit guide or an ancestor even. Maybe, yeah, a relative that's passed that's helping to guide your connection along. That could be it as well. I think this union is meant to happen. Like you guys decided to come together, maybe in this way, maybe even experience these struggles that you're going through. Maybe you guys decided to do that in the spirit world, and you're going through this to learn these lessons about forgiveness and love and self-worth and like so much here. She's learning about forgiveness, understanding, compassion, understanding where you're coming from, like really being able to see you and attune to you, and you're learning about self-love, honoring and valuing yourself, learning how to step into your own power, right? There's a lot of that too. Any other final messages for pile number 1? Again, the Knight of Wands. So again, we have the same card. It's just like, it's the same message. Take action, just do it, just go for it. And then, oh, this card has lots of nipples going on too. So nipples. Sorry, I don't know if I'm even allowed to say the word, but I'm covering them anyway. So butterfly, transforming. An angel is helping to transform the situation, because this figure here is half angel, half butterfly. So the spirit world is helping this connection along. It might not feel like it. It might feel like it's very heavy and stuck, but you're meant to be together. And so there is this sort of spirit world really helping things to move forward. And the Two of Pentacles here, oh God, with the snake, I can't show you. Well, I guess, okay. I have to cover that there. So there's this snake. It's hard to see because I have to cover the thing there. But the snake eating its own tail. It's like you're, and the female here is trying to stop it. It's either she's trying to stop it or she's trying to feed it. But it's like, it's the back and forth, right? You're so wishy-washy, or you have been really wishy-washy. And then at the back of the deck right now, there's the star card, or sorry, the moon card. So your fears are blocking you from really experiencing the joy and love that this connection has to offer you. And you're wishy-washy, you're back and forth, like, what do I do? You don't have clarity, and so you're not taking action. So the key right now, I think, is to get clarity, be still, be quiet, listen to your intuition, know that you're worthy, and that love is real, and that this person is there for you, and that she really does love you and see you and appreciate all these wonderful things about you. She sees you probably better than you see yourself right now. They're saying, the Spirit's saying, measure up. Like, you feel like you don't measure up. But she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't make any sense. That's not what I'm thinking at all. So maybe getting clarity from her about how she actually feels and what she thinks about you. Like, why do you want me? Why do you love me? If you're having trouble seeing that in yourself, ask her, what is it that you see in me? Why do you want to be with me? And maybe she can help you understand like all these really great qualities that you do possess. Okay. That's what I have for you, pile number 1. Thank you for being here and sharing your beautiful energy with me. You are amazing. You really are. And you deserve this love. So go after it. Please, please don't deny yourself something this beautiful. Okay? And stop being a player. You know, or at least stop showing up in that energy. That's not cool. Right? That's not good for anybody. Maybe in the moment, right? If there was a third party situation, maybe it felt good temporarily, but like, what's the long-term goal here? How do you want to feel every day? Because that can't feel good, right? Like, yeah, in that moment it feels good, but like, then there's just like this emptiness, this empty void. So what is it that you actually want? Get truthful, be honest with yourself and her. Be clear, be clear. All right, sending you so much love, and I'll see you in the next reading. welcome to your reading pile number 2. You chose the Tower. Dun, dun, dun. No, I'm not going to scare you. The Tower can be so painful and yet bring so much new life, I'm hearing for you. This moment can feel extremely destabilizing, whatever it is that you're going through. This card, like, there's the butterflies, so transformation. The squirrel on the card is like shocked, just almost terrified, like, oh my God, what is going to happen? Like not knowing what's going to happen, being completely freaked out. They're saying balls of fire. Like, I don't know what that means, but there's these acorns that are falling out of the tree at lightning speed. And one of them's on fire, the other one's okay, but it's like engulfed in flames. So pile 1 was a really long reading and very emotional. So let's see. So we have the Tower, and then, so whatever it is you're going through, it shook you. Like shook you to your core almost. Or really it really destabilized you, and I don't think you were expecting it to destabilize you as much as it did. I'm going to get more of the cards out, and then we'll talk about it. And I know this is like how to unblock your manifestation, but it's like you were trying to manifest something, and then this happened, and you were like, okay, so the 9 of Pentacles came up in reverse, and you're like, but that's not what I wanted. Like something surprised you, it like completely shook you. And it's like those, when people talk about when you try to manifest things, sometimes the opposites happen. And it's the universal law of polarity. So it's like you're trying to manifest one thing, but in order for that thing to come into fruition, then other things need to be removed from your life, or something needs to change drastically in order to allow that thing to come into your life. And that's what the 9 of Pentacles in reverse is giving me. We have the Emperor card. I'm going to get clarifiers. So we have the Emperor, and then the Page of Swords. Could be communication from a father, from a male, from a divine masculine, or a man in your life, or a mentor, or a leader, or something like that. Or somebody, or you heard something from this person. How can pile number 2 unblock their manifestation? And then we have the 10 of Swords. So this is like, let it go. They're showing me like Elsa, the Frozen song, let it go. And that came up in reverse. So just the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is about endings, new beginnings, potentially. Something really drastically ending. But I think the 10 of Swords, there can be, in reverse, is resisting the letting go of something. So Spirit is saying, let it go, like let this situation go, whatever you heard, whatever was said, even with the Page of Swords, between the Page of Swords and maybe this Emperor person. I have to clarify. And the 4 of Wands could be a marriage, like the ending of a marriage perhaps, or the ending of a relationship or something that was, it could be that. And it's like you just need to let this thing go. Because it's either not meant for you, or it's not the right time, or we'll see. Let's see here. So when I asked, like, how can you unblock this manifestation, they're just saying, just let it go. Let the expectation go. What's the Emperor here? Oops. Just shuffle this deck again. Yeah, you were like trying to manifest something. It didn't go the way that you were expecting it to. What's the Emperor card? What's the Emperor here? Who or what is this? Two of Swords in reverse. You were blindsided by something or someone. And it's like your expectations weren't met. And so you were put into this really defensive state. It's like you thought you had it all together. Something happened and it like tore it down. You thought something was all together. Something happened and it completely blindsided you with the Two of Swords in reverse. So this Two of Swords in reverse. And the Seven of Wands, it put you into the defensive as if you need to like, you really had to defend yourself, or you really had to take a step back and take a look at what was going on in this situation. Say, this is not okay. This is not what I wanted. Page of Swords. Shuffle again. Like, I'm just feeling this need to really cleanse the energy here. Like, you're just, there's a lot of heavy energy around you. If you haven't smudged your place already, then I would say that you really need to. There's some energies that you need to kind of get rid of. But yeah, it's like you thought you had it all together. You thought you, and then something shook you to your core and it destabilized you. And you're like, oh my God, this is not what I wanted at all. And now you're having to really take a step back and defend yourself or protect yourself from something, or sort of reclaim your power with the Emperor card here. This is about like something really blindsided you and it shook you and you thought you had it all together. You know, your stuff together. And then it shook you so much that you had to take a step back and like, okay, I really need to refocus on my power. I need to reclaim my power is what I'm hearing. What's the Page of Swords? Oh. Sorry. The Devil. And the Knight of Swords. Let me get one more card for that. It's like you heard something. Somebody told you something, or you heard something that caused you a lot of, you found out a secret maybe. There was this betrayal of some kind. Somebody was keeping a secret from you. You found out. It's like you found out something that you really weren't expecting, and it shook you. And it brought back, like if you were the Emperor and you were like, I really have my stuff together and the Emperor always becomes that person, becomes the Emperor after a lot of experiences, right? You don't become the Emperor. You're not born into the Emperor energy. You become the Emperor. And so after a lot of work on yourself and whatever it is, maybe business, maybe relationships, maybe overcoming a lot of inner challenges and healing and growing, right? You became the Emperor. Energy, very strong, determined, not taking any BS from other people, right? You're very good at observing people, and then something happened where you found out something about somebody, you got a message or you heard something, and a light. See this Seven of Swords card, this light, this moonlight is actually highlighting somebody's intentions. Maybe like you found out something about somebody's intentions that weren't true, weren't what you thought, or you found something out about that person and you weren't expecting it, and you kind of had to let go of somebody or something, of an idea of somebody or an expectation of somebody, and you weren't really expecting to do that, and you've had to pull your energy back with the Seven of Wands here. But with the Devil, I think that, I don't know what it is, you found out something about somebody that was, they're saying bad news, But I think that this has a lot more to do with its impact on you. Like it brought up, oh, and then I just hit the singing bowl there. It's like it brought up a lot of fears and anxieties, stuff that you thought that you had overcome, but it brought something back, or maybe a behavior, right? It could be an addiction, or any kind of process or chemical addiction, right? That you started to feel like, oh my God, I'm slipping back into that. Or I can feel myself becoming very dysregulated and very agitated. And you're worried about that. So you really had to pull your energy back. Like it really triggered you. Whatever this situation was, it really, really, really triggered you. But what is it that you were trying to manifest? Also with the Nine of Pentacles here, if this was a romantic partner or somebody you were dating or seeing or something, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, it was like you suddenly became single and really weren't expecting that. But I think for a lot of you, it was more like I just wasn't expecting it. You were trying to manifest something and then this happened and it was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that to happen. So what are you trying to manifest? What are you trying to manifest? What is pile 2 trying to manifest? I'm going to shuffle these again. The Three of Cups came up in reverse. Could be family. Maybe you want a family. You've been wishing on a star, wishing for a family. Could be connections, friends, a friendship circle. In reverse though. And the lavender is very calming in the fields there on that card. What is it that pile 2 is trying to manifest? The Moon and the Lovers. Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It's more of a concept. It's not very specific. It's not like this specific person. It's more of like a big idea, a feeling of family, love, passion with the Lover's card here. Maybe even building a family with somebody with the Five of Wands. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. So I think that this has a lot to do with passion, sensuality, family. But the Three of Cups why is the Three of Cups in reverse? King of Wands. It's like you were trying to manifest, you might be in a situationship with somebody who has a family and you're trying to manifest this person. It's like you're trying to call to this person, like you want them to be yours. But with the Three of Cups in reverse, it's like you are the other person in this situation and you're trying to manifest this person to you, to find you, to want you. You want their energy, their power, their sensuality, you want them to only have eyes for you. Like they're showing me, you know the movie Practical Magic? I don't know if you know it, but in it, the witches, the ants, have this one client who goes to their house and she like picks this it has this needle, and she picks it in, they stick it into the bird, and she's like, her wish is, I want him to want me so badly he can't stand it. Like, and the woman puts the pin right into the bird. Oh my God. And but Spirit's also saying, be careful what you wish for. If your wishes aren't well intentioned for the highest good of all, then you're not necessarily going to get exactly what it is that you're looking for. But you're trying to manifest passion with the Lover's card here and the Moon. It's something that's hidden. Like maybe you wanted to bring this relationship that was hidden into the fruition, like into being, into a real relationship. But this is really just talking about the sensuality, the passion, the intimacy, wanting their energy, wanting their focus completely on you. And you didn't get what it is that you were asking for. And you kind of got almost the opposite. So what happened was we have the 10 of Wands, the 2 of Cups, and the 4 of Wands here. But it came up in reverse. Oops. And you actually manifested the opposite. Instead of the family, the connection, the celebration, right? The energy that, like, this 4 of Wands, these 2 girls are dancing, and it's like a big party, like a festival. It makes me think of, what's that festival? Burning Man. Makes me think of Burning Man a little bit, right? Just the music and the fun and the eroticism and all of that, right? And the 2 of Cups, like the intimacy and the connection and the equal partnership. But like this card, in this card, there's so much energy and passion connected, entwined, like being really entwined, entangled with this person. Enmeshment is coming up, and we'll talk about that in a second. Codependency is coming up as well. And the 10 of Wands at the end of the deck, it's like, but this person ended up leaving and just saying, you know what, this isn't for me. And instead of manifesting the passion from this person, you manifested the opposite and pushing this person away. And it's not because you're not worthy of it. Yeah, with the 8 of Wands, it's almost like the energy, when I said pushing away and the 8 of Wands came up, it's almost like with the 10 of Wands, it's like they ran away, or it went completely the opposite really fast. They ran away towards somebody else. This Queen of Cups, I think, because earlier, the bottom of the deck, there's the Queen of Pentacles, and I think that this is you, especially because you come up as the Emperor, as having like just being, maybe you're very financially secure and well off, like like you felt very secure and comfortable in yourself, very secure and comfortable in your sexuality and in who you are as a person, right? You've done a lot of work on yourself, clearly. You're beautiful, you're poised, you're confident, you have everything going for you. But then what happened was, with this, what you're doing, you actually manifested the opposite of this person going towards this, maybe their family, instead of giving into the passion that they felt for you. Let's see. Yeah, it's like what your manifestation almost brought this person clarity. So we have the four of Cups and the Hermit card. It made them go within. It made them sort of detach with the King of Swords here, and it made them go within and like pull away and then look and have clarity on what it was that how they feel with the 4 of Cups here. Really looking at, am I happy in this situation? Am I satisfied? I don't feel, with the 4 of Cups, feeling like having this clarity of like, I'm not satisfied here with what's happening in this situation, with the 3 of with the Three of Swords, like just really feeling unhappy with this situation. The Three of Swords is there, and then underneath the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles, which is the family card, generational wealth, but family card. So they're like, I'm not happy with what I'm doing to my family, or this or something else. Like, I'm not satisfied, I'm not happy, I'm tearing, like this heart in this Three of Swords is being torn, sewn back together, and then torn apart again. Like, they're just really not happy, or really weren't happy in this connection, and they want something else. But what Spirit is saying is that, why did this happen? They want me to look at, like, why did this happen for you? Because we're never manifesting, you know, things don't happen to us, they're happening for us. With exceptions, because I don't believe that, you know, certain traumas and things, that they're ever for our highest good. You know what I mean? We don't have control over other people. Other people have their own free will. So what this is actually doing for you is giving you pause so that you can work on your own healing and focusing on what it is that you actually want. Why did it happen in this way, Spirit? Nine of Cups. And I heard clarify, like opening up your heart to something different, just to love. Love instead of passion. You, like Spirit saying, you have everything together, right? You're confident, you're poised, you're intuitive. We have the High Priestess here. You're, you know, but you're hiding something from yourself. You're denying yourself love and focusing on just the passion. Right? Why? Spirit wants you to look at why focus on the passion instead of the love? Sometimes we, as trauma survivors, we confuse passion with love. So in the beginning of these trauma bonds, we become so intense with somebody very quickly. And it's all about the passion, the sensuality, you know, the entwined in the sheets, all of that. It's very passionate. It's very hot and heavy. And then it fizzles out really fast. That's, you know, more of a trauma bond, right? You're drawn together energetically. There's chemistry, there's sensuality. There's this need to fill a void inside of you with using sensuality. Instead of really focusing on something that will nurture you and love you and support you and be there for you consistently. Why are you... why it's like, yeah, it's almost like you're a lone wolf too. What does Spirit actually want for you? They want you to align with your highest self, with the Ace of Wands here, your true and authentic self. They want you to heal your childhood wounds. They want you to look at them. They want you to get comfortable being vulnerable. They want you to get comfortable. And then we have the Justice in reverse. They want you to come back into balance with yourself, with your light and your shadow selves, making friends with your shadows. For a lot of you, I feel like you're like, I don't have any shadows. But that's not necessarily true, right? Or you're running from your shadows, or it's like you've cut them off at the knees so that they can't breathe. So it's like you've completely pushed them away and they're just coming out in other ways almost, because there's some healing that still needs to be done. And then again, the Six of Cups coming out. There's some childhood wounds that you need to focus on in terms of being able to love yourself. Like, and I think that you have confidence and you like love yourself, right? You're like, I'm good, I'm confident, I'm beautiful, I'm amazing, like I'm hot, I'm financially well off, I have everything going for me. And yet you still hold other people separate emotionally. And you just focus on instead the hot and heavy intimacy. And maybe that draws you into the wrong connections where people are emotionally unavailable for you, right? They have other things. Maybe you've had an affair with someone who's married or has a family, and then they don't choose you, and you're like, but why? Like, I'm so amazing, and you are. You're incredible. You do have everything going for you. What you need to focus on is how to love, how to be vulnerable, how to be open and honest, how to really and truly open your heart to attract the right kind of love. Instead of attracting the passion, attracting someone who will love you and stick by you and who's emotionally available for you, because you deserve that. I think deep down, you really want a commitment. Your soul wants that. But I don't know if you, with the Queen of Swords, you're very cutthroat, concise, focused. Your energy is very focused. You have a lot of goals in terms of maybe career. So you're very focused on that. And you're almost like, I don't need a commitment. My alarm's going off. Hold on. Alexa, off. But your soul wants it. Your soul really wants to be loved and taken care of. And I think that you're confusing the intimacy, the passion with love. And you think that, and then just talking about that, you want someone who's going to really recognize you with the Six of Wands here. You want to be the star of the show, right? What's that from The Holiday, the movie The Holiday? What's her name? And when the older man says to her, Kate Winslet, you're the leading lady, but you're acting like the best friend. You need to be the leading lady of your own life. You want reciprocal love, someone who can reciprocate everything that you're giving. You might have been over-giving to this connection or this situationship, right? Over-giving in hopes that they would reciprocate that, but they weren't, right? Or they were taking from you. They weren't able to give because they had their heart and mind and stuff focused on other things, whatever that is, family, work, and somebody else, right? And that's not fair. That's not fair to you. That's not fair to this person's family or this person's other things that they have, right? That the other person that they're connected with, that's not fair to anybody in this situation. It just ends in a lot of heartache. You have to stop attracting these people who are only, like, they come with a lot of flirtatiousness. They're, passion with the Knight of Cups there is a very passionate person, very flirty, right? But not necessarily serious. And so you're attracting this energy because there's something in you that doesn't believe in maybe marriage or a lasting connection or commitment. Like, there's something that your soul wants. It wants this passion, but it's confusing passion with love, with true love. And your soul really wants its real soulmate. And so what's happening is that maybe you tried to manifest this specific person and it didn't work out, but it wasn't the right person or the right situation for you. And then there was the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck there. Oops, Ten of Cups. Come on, focus. Okay. What's your advice for pile number 2 in terms of this manifestation? The Page of Cups. Let love in. Ooh. Judgment. Know what it is that you actually deserve, I'm hearing. And what to look for. And what do you actually want? The Knight of Wands. Oh, so this is like judgment, but it's beyond illusion. Again, like you're misinterpreting passion for love, right? Look for the signs of love. Focus on the feeling of love and not passion when you're manifesting, right? Look, instead of like being so desperate to like, I want him to want me so badly, focus on like, I want love. I want the feeling of security. I want somebody to really be here with me, to love me for who I am and everything that I am. I want reciprocal love. I want somebody to match my love. Focus on that, the highest good of all, and the right person will find you. Yeah. Three of Cups, 31 on the clock. That's like expansion, positivity. We have the Three of Cups again, but this time it's in. And then the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I just feel like you're putting yourself into these situations, maybe and not necessarily intentionally, right? These third-party situations. And they're really hurting you. They're not meant for you. And you think that, you know, you're going to bring these people away from whatever situation, but is that the kind of foundation that you want for a real relationship? Because, you know, if let's say this person did stay with you, but knowingly you think like that's the person that they are, that's what they're capable of, then there's always going to be this fear that they're going to do that to you. And then you won't ever really be able to relax in that relationship, and then you'll end up sabotaging it anyways because there's going to be this fear. And I just stopped shuffling and the Eight of Swords came out. This guilt, this fear of just feeling like it's going to happen to you now, and you're going to get your judgment day kind of thing, because you did that to this other person and this other thing. And, you know, the relationship isn't starting out with a strong foundation in that way, even if they were to leave and stay with you. So looking for those types of red flags in the type of person that you're attracting. What are you willing to accept? Oh, they're saying no more from that deck. Okay. What does pile number 2 need to know from the archetype deck about their inner wounds or anything going on within them that they need to look at in order to get what it is that their soul is actually... Okay, a bunch of those just fell on the floor. Oh gosh. So at the bottom of the deck, I'm going to start here is Rescuer. Light attributes. Provides strength and support to others in crisis. Acts out of love with no expectation of reward. Shadow attributes. Assumes that the rescued will reciprocate. Again, with the reciprocation, keeps the rescued one needy. So are you attracting people into your life that need you? Like you're happy to be kind of their rescuer, their savior. You're really helping them out, doing things for them, but they're not reciprocating. They're kind of using you. And then you come to realize like, oh, they don't actually love me. They're using me. You know, and that goes hand in hand. And then we have this mother card, this mother archetype. Nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. Shadow attributes smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. Like just smothering somebody, or being their mother. Like it's like, are you taking on this mother role for these romantic partners? Like, you're not their mother. It's not your job to rescue them, save them, do things for them. But are you attracting that person, that kind of a person? Are you doing too much? Then we got Mystic, light attribute, revels in intimate union with the divine. Shadow attribute, delusional rapport with the divine. Take that as it resonates. You could be very psychically gifted. But are you, because with the bird thing, and then you hear that muscle car outside? Like, how are you using your magic? How are you manifesting? Are you using light magic, dark magic, right? If these people are protected by God and light energy, and you're using dark magic, black magic to attract, I would just say, be careful what you wish for. You might get the passion, but your soul's not being nurtured the way that it wants to. You're not doing it from the right place, the right intentions. And then we have Warrior. Light attributes: strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. Shadow attributes: trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. Yeah. Hun, they're showing me like Elon Musk, like he's got it going on, right? Smart guy. But, he's kind of a dick. Excuse me. He's kind of an a-hole. And he doesn't necessarily care about the suffering he's inflicting on other people. He's doing it all for his own personal gain. He wants to be seen as this, like, I'm the best, but I don't really give a damn about other people and I'll do what I want and not to hell with how that affects others. And so Spirit has this lightning tower moment in your life. You didn't get what you expected or what you wanted. I think that there's this big lesson in like your intentions. What are your intentions? And also listening to your soul. Like, what is it that you actually deserve? Like, yes, maybe this is where you're operating from right now, but that comes from a place, right? That comes from a wounded place. And so looking within at why do you do that, right? Because you have the way that you're manifesting, right? Which is kind of more in a dark energy. But then the way you're showing up as like rescuing these people as their mother and stuff, like taking on the role of being their mother, and you're not. And you're trying to get them to rely on you and think that that's going to turn them into this like needy person that is not going to be able to leave you. But that is not working out the way that you are expecting. And I know that this is a harsher message, but I mean, honestly, you deserve better than that. You are better than this. Your soul is better than this. So dark energy, this dark magic that you're using, it's having negative consequences in what you're trying to manifest. Your intentions underneath are not what the divine wants to work with. And so you're having the opposite effect. But what you're actually receiving is the lessons needed in order to get what your soul actually desires and wants and deserves, which is true, equal, reciprocal love. And with that, pile number 2, I'm going to leave it there. You are so worthy of real and reciprocal love. Look at the wounding, at why you're manifesting and attracting from this place. Look at the partners that you're attracting, and you deserve so much better than that, right? If somebody's gonna lie to you and hide things from you in this way, right, because for whatever reason, whatever's going on, they have their own shit to go through, and you don't need to mother them through that. They have to work through that stuff on their own. That's their job. Leave that job to them, and start looking for the right person who's actually gonna show up for you in that passionate, sensual way, right? That's amazing. Don't give up on that. But that's not all love is, right? That's not all you deserve. And when that fizzles out, you might be wondering, like, why does this keep happening? but you're manifesting from this very wounded place using dark magic, dark energy, this place of neediness almost. It's almost like needing this internal validation that like, oh, somebody loves me in the world, right? Or somebody wants me, like feeling that. And I didn't go into the trauma and the stuff behind why that might be happening for you and what happened in your past to kind of led you to this place right now. But I think that inner child and part inside of you really needs the mother. It needs you to be its mother. Maybe you didn't have that mother and you're looking and seeking love and validation, but it from and sex, sensuality, you know, is how you receive it in doses. It gives you that dopamine hit, but it's not because that's all it is. It's because that's how maybe you got love when you were young. Like maybe something happened when you were young, and so now you're confusing sensuality and sex with like intimate, true partnership and reciprocal love. Okay, so looking at that inner wounding, if you feel called to, I mean, I feel called to tell you about it. But again, like you're strong, you've got everything going for you. So why mess with other people's situations, right? Their families. Because there's this darkness, this unhappiness inside of you because you didn't get the love that you needed when you needed it most when you were a kid. And now it's like this compulsion to mess with others in a way. So look at that, because you honestly, you deserve real love. You really do, okay? Sending you so much love. I love you. I support you in like following the light path. I wish you all the best and thank you for joining me today. And I'll see you hopefully next time. Bye. Hey, pile number 3. Whew. Pile number 2 was intense. I need to sage this space, and I took a bit of a break. Coming back to this now. I want to protect your space from that energy, and your reading from that energy has nothing to do with you at all. So I just want it out. So, how's your day? Tell me about your day in the comments. If you're here, oh my gosh. All right. I feel called to tell you guys on my channel in general that, oh my gosh, the light will always prevail. Not always right away, but in the end. And even the attaining of your dreams, of your goals, of your manifestations, you know, it can feel very much like getting the quick fix or the easy money or, you know, a love spell using dark energies, dark magic might seem like a quick fix, and maybe it works for a short time, but it's never, the result is never what you really want. I don't know, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about Hollyweird and like what's happening there, and like people worshiping the devil and stuff, and rising to fame, doing these ceremonies and satanic rituals and stuff. And while that energy might work for a little while, they talk about how the devil works where there's, in order to get your manifestation or get what you want, there's this, you have to sacrifice something, and it's usually your pride or your image or something that you care about. So your integrity even. So you have to participate in this like ritualized, I had the word in my mind and I'm just like thinking about it, just makes me cringe. humiliation, like a ritualized humiliation. And you're sacrificing your integrity, your name, your your being, your energy, like your soul, for what? Is it really worth it? And I don't think that a lot of these people who get what they want doing those things, not everybody, I'm sure, but a lot of them end up regretting it. And it doesn't feel the way that they thought it was going to feel. So that's why in the law of attraction and the light working community, instead of necessarily focusing on the end result, it's focusing on the feeling of what it is that you want. How do you want to feel when you have that thing? And then let the universe bring you that thing that's going to feel that way. I don't know why I just had to go into that story. I needed it from the last group. Like I don't know. I'm sorry. My window's right near there's people outside. I don't know if you can hear them. Again, pile 3, a few weeks ago, or like I did a pile 3 reading and I was all distracted. This energy is not you, though. I felt the need to talk about that. How the light will prevail. Give it time, give it space. Believe in it, have faith, and it will come. And the best thing is that you're going to feel so good about what it is that you receive, instead of hating it and realizing, oh my God, that's not what I wanted. So working with manifesting the feeling rather than the specific thing. For some of you, that might be a very important message. So with that, you chose the 8 of Cups. Oh, 444 on the clock. I think you needed that message of protection. You are protected. So as long as you stay in the light and you hope for the best for everybody involved, then the best will come and everything will work out, right? But when your intentions aren't pure, it doesn't always happen the way that you want it to, or feel as good as you want it to. But I don't think that's a message for you. This is like, you are protected. Stay in the light and you will always be protected as best as the light can do. Your soul will be protected and you'll feel okay with yourself, All right, so 8 of Cups. I don't know. I've never really looked at it. In the water, there's this reflection, but it's not really her, right? It's not actually even remotely shaped like her. It's something else. There's a reflection in the water. It's like she saw something in the water. I've never seen that in this card. She saw something in the water, didn't really like what she saw, and started walking towards the light. So maybe some of you have been trying to manifest this thing. We'll look into that in a bit. You've been trying to manifest this thing and doing the rituals, because you see this bowl here. It's kind of like this little fire bowl, and maybe setting intentions and burning them and releasing them and whatever. But it's like what's coming up isn't exactly what you're wanting to see. Or the things that you're manifesting are a reflection of what's going on in your inner world, and you're not necessarily liking what you're seeing, so you're turning around, walking away, and walking towards the light, walking towards the feeling, reaching for the good, rather than maybe a specific, this will make me happy, 3D, materialistic object. Perhaps that's a message for some of you. But you're leaving that ritualistic type of meditation, maybe meditation's included in that, manifestation behind, and just walking towards the feeling, the law of attraction methodology, not necessarily doing the practices, like the homework, but focusing on just the feeling of feeling good, feeling whatever it is that you want to feel, feeling safe, feeling protected, feeling loved. How does that feel for you? What do you want to feel in this life? Raising your vibrations that way, and then allowing the universe to bring in to your world what is meant to be, or what's actually going to bring you that feeling, instead of what you think will bring you that feeling. So that is quite a powerful message. But I digress. Let's get into more specifics. There's a light on the way to Frankenstein Place. Oh my goodness. Rocky Horror season for any Rocky Horror fans. It's Halloween season. I grew up watching that movie, which is kind of odd. It's almost like at family, like Christmas and Thanksgiving, we used to watch that movie from a really young age. It's probably, 4 or 5. It's kind of odd now that I think about it. I don't know if I wouldn't let my daughter watch that movie right now. Anyways, la la la. For a lot of you, this manifestation is about love, family. We have the 3 of Cups. The 2 of Cups. 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, just that vision, that feeling. You see in the sky, in this card, the star, the brightest star, like starlight, star bright. What's that? Starlight, star bright. Oh my gosh, I haven't said that rhyme in so long. The first star I see tonight. Okay, starlight, star bright, the first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might. Please, whatever, make the wish I make tonight. Please bring me the, no. Oh my God, that's frustrating. Anyways, it's like you're wishing on a star. And this goes perfectly with the first message. This is like wishing on a star, feeling good, visualizing it maybe, just but having that feeling of it, asking the universe and actually being open to receiving it. Walking away from all the ritualistic things. Perhaps you've practiced some dark magic and things didn't come out the way that you wanted it to come out. And you're like, you know what, this isn't worth it anymore. I don't want to do it this way. I want to step into the light. And instead, you're going to focus on joy with the 3 of Cups, partnerships, connection. Sometimes I also look at the 2 of Cups as alignment. The 2 halves, the dark, the shadow and the light sides of yourselves, represented by this card, and that creating something magical, something unexpected. I just created something unexpected. I think I sing that all the time on this channel, or at least the last few readings I have. And not like today, but like let the universe surprise you. Like look off the side of this card here, creating from a place of feeling, from a place of alignment, and then this surprise coming in over here. Why don't you let the universe surprise you with something good? Something well-deserved. Be clear on the feeling, though. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. I think that's a message about allowing yourself to receive, expecting it, believing that you've planted the right seeds this time, believing that like you're doing the right thing and you're planting the right seeds, and that they are having faith and trust that they are going to grow even though you can't see it. When you first plant seeds, you can't see under the earth, under the dirt, that they're germinating and that they're sprouting and that they're coming up. Like you don't see it for weeks, sometimes months, depending on what it is. And so there's this message of like having faith that even though you can't see it, it's still coming. Seeing isn't always believing. This is a message for you to have faith, surrender, let go, and have faith. And that is so hard sometimes for trauma survivors or people who have struggled with things in the past. who've been gaslit and told, you know, that miracles aren't real. But look at this Queen of Wands. She's like, boing! I did it! Yippee! Oh my gosh. She's just sitting in her joy, having fun, chilling with her cat. The cat there, can you see the cat? The black cat at the bottom? I haven't really seen that cat before. Wow. So she's just chilling. And before she knew it, while she was focusing on her own joy and fun and just, you know, having fun in life, it just popped up unexpectedly. And it's like surprising and so exciting, and it's even better with the 1111 card, or the Four of Wands, which is the 1111 card. It's even better than what she thought. Like just dancing and celebrating and sharing this moment with her friends, just so happy about it. Like, oh my God, look at me, I'm a master manifester. Oh my God, like I'm amazing. Oh my gosh, I just said that, and then the Magician came out. You are a master manifester. So believe it. I don't think it's going to pop up for you until you learn to have a little bit of faith and a little bit of trust and let go. And for people who have been gaslit and manipulated and treated really shitty in life, that can be hard. It can be very hard to have faith and to wait patiently and to have patience. Like, I think you're being tested. Your patience is being tested as well with the Seven of Pentacles. To have faith and be patient at the same time. That's very difficult, right? Because a lot of us feel the need to control everything because uncertainty is scary. And we've been also trained and conditioned to believe that we can have anything we want instantaneously, and instant gratification is where it's at, right? Like, but that's not how it's always been. Things take time. Things take time to build. Things take time to grow. Things take time to manifest as well sometimes. And these videos on YouTube that are constantly like, get it instantly, instant gratification, manifest everything in 24 hours. Like, it sets people up, especially people, trauma survivors, or people who have been through a lot of pain and suffering, this false hope. And I don't think that's fair. As a spiritual teacher, I think that that's really unfair, and I think it's re-traumatizing and kind of like it's very manipulative and it's gross. I don't like it. Some things you can manifest really fast, and a lot of the times the things that, I mean, for me, the things that I manifest really fast are things I don't really care about. I'm like, oh, I'd like to have this today, and then it pops up. Oh, I'm really interested in that. Whatever. And then I just magically find it. Or I was thinking of, oh, I need, you know, a cabinet, an extra cabinet for my kitchen. And then within a day or two, because I was really thinking about it and I'm looking at them and thinking what I wanted. And then within a day or two, my mom bought one for me and brought it, and we went and picked it up and we brought it over. And it was like, oh, that's a surprise. Like, it was so surprising. And I wasn't really, it wasn't so important that I needed it right now, but I needed it and I wanted it, and I was like, okay, and I was looking, and okay, and then it manifested very easily, and it was something that I was detached from, and it was an object, and you know, whatever, it was a take it or leave it kind of a thing. But when we feel this desperation and need for something right now, it can delay that gratification. It can delay your manifestation, and then sometimes, because of our experiences and our need to control things so we can predict things so that we can feel safe, it's very, and especially when we've grown up and been conditioned to feel the sense of unworthiness or sense of not belonging or something, or like happiness isn't for us, and then we're manifesting from this, and they say like from that place of lack, but it's this place of conditioning, this place of believing that that's not for you, so you're resisting your own manifestation. You're saying, I want this, but I don't believe that I'm allowed to have it. It's like a child who's been told, don't touch the candy, right? Don't touch the candy drawer. And they're like, I want it, but I can't have it. And so there's this inner struggle. and then the universe doesn't really know what to send you, because on the one hand, yeah, you want it, but on the other hand, you're like, is it really for me? Do I deserve it? Am I allowed to have it? Like, maybe I'm just meant to be struggling my entire life. Maybe that's sort of the hand that I've been dealt, and I have to deal with that. And so, you know, I don't like the concept of the law of attraction saying that you manifest everything in your vortex, right? Or everything in your environment. And that's to a certain extent true, maybe not in childhood, right? Unless your soul chose certain difficulties so that you could overcome them and become this master manifestor and learn that, hey, I am magic and I can have everything and I do deserve it, and I am allowed to have it. But that conditioning is something that you need to work through. And so I don't think it's fair to say you manifested that because you didn't believe in yourself, or you didn't believe it enough, or you didn't love yourself enough, or your vibration is so low. Well, okay, but why is that the case? Why is your vibration low? Why don't you believe that you can have it? Why do you think you're not allowed to have it? Why do you think you're unworthy? That's where the key is. That's where you need to, those are the blocks, right? That's where you need to unblock those things. And for some, depending on the conditioning, because your experiences condition your body, which is directly reflected in your vibration. When that stuff gets stuck into your body, into your energy field, into your neural circuits, right? It can be hard to overcome that, because the body is using, or your soul is using the body to experience and manifest and create and live its best life, right? But the body, the physical body that has been created, gets stuck in trauma, in experiences. So you have to work with the body in order to free your mind. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. But really, it's like, to do that, you have to release that pent-up energy, recondition your body, right? To not react, to not feel certain things when it gets triggered. So even I find that when I'm listening to manifestation coaches, justice, I'm just playing with the cards, justice came out. You are worthy of it. You are deserving of this thing. Karma is also really important as well, being and showing up as this good person for yourself and others, wishing for the highest good of everyone involved in whatever it is you're trying to manifest. When I'm listening to these coaches talking, you know, they're like, you need to raise your vibrations. Your vibration is too low. Well, I usually turn it off. It's kind of triggering when they say that. And while I understand the physics of it and the quantum mechanics of it, I just feel like it can be expressed in a different way. We are all human. We're human beings, right? We've lived these experiences. We came here to live these experiences. We came here to feel human emotions, to go through the pain, and to become who we truly are, which are like magical beings. Or not become, but like re-engage with that, or reconnect with that part of ourselves. But when you've gone through experiences that have taught you anything but, and been conditioned to believe everything but your own magic, it takes time. And that's only after you become, or have the intention and conscious awareness that there is conditioning inside of you that needs to be worked through so that you can become something else, right? If you don't work with that, then it can be difficult to manifest these things. Now, I'm going to go off on a little rant about being good, right? And what does that mean about your vibration, and how karma will always get you? Because I feel like this justice card is coming up as well, because sometimes this is a very general, theoretical, philosophical conversation in this pile. It's totally different than the other two. It's like, oh, I just got taken away by the birds on this 10 of Swords. 2233 on the deck, or on the timer, and the Empress card. Yeah, there's like healing from your past, resolving the past, can completely shift your life overnight. That's true. Joe Dispenza, love you. Yes, totally get it. But that's like when you see somebody who becomes like an instant, a success overnight, but it's not overnight. They've done all the work in order to get to that place where overnight something happens. They've done the inner work. But that's not what I was going to get into. I was going to get into, but why is it that these billionaires who are not good people, how come they get everything that they want? But do they? Are they happy, really? Or are they just perpetuating this like stereotype of who they're supposed to be, and what they're supposed to do, and money makes them happy, but they're not happy, and they're so busy trying to control the world that they're showing the spirit showing me them like dying on their deathbed, like all cold and alone, and nobody's there, like Scrooge McDuck, right? And it's kind of a sad existence. There's no joy, there's no love, there's no connection there. They might have stuff, but they're truly yuck, right? Like people despise those people. Like despise them. And it's like, and you have all this negative energy being thrown at you, like, ugh. So karma will get them in some way, somehow, some form, right? Because I'm always curious, like, how is it that that person has all these things and they can easily manifest that stuff? Also, like a sociopath, right? Truly believes that they're deserving, like they truly believe it. And then so they can get all these things, get what they want, especially material things, because they believe that that equates to success and they feel successful, and they just keep collecting all these things. So to them, like, this is great, that's success for them. And so that's what they achieve, and they believe that they deserve it, are entitled to it. And then it comes. So what about the rest of us, right? These poor wounded humans, right? The middle class or these other people who, I mean, I feel like for some, the guilt trips them up, right? Some billionaires, their guilt will trip them up, and that kind of shifts their life direction, right? Depending on what they did to get their power and influence, like what they traded, what they sacrificed for it, if they did. But the rest of us, we're like, I'm a good person. How come I can't manifest things? Well, you've been conditioned to believe that that isn't for everybody, that only the elites or whatever can have that one thing, or only love is for other people, or you didn't receive the kind of love that you needed, and so love is really hard to get. Love is work, that kind of mentality. And so it blocks that manifestation from coming in. It's these inner beliefs, this conditioning from your personal lived experience. You're not a sociopath, and you don't feel entitled to other people. So, when you're trying to manifest your specific person or something, and there's this inner belief that it's like not available, or they're hard to reach, or there's something going on, and they don't actually want you, and there's something wrong with you, and all that kind of stuff. Those beliefs, those inner beliefs, will stop that manifestation from coming in, or will delay it. I heard a good quote the other day from, I can't remember her name, but she says, delays are not denial. Delays in your manifestation are not denial of your manifestation. It's just showing you that maybe there's some other things that you should be working on within yourself before that thing can come in, and you can truly appreciate that thing for what it is and what it's bringing into your life. Okay, so I showed you that. So working on those inner beliefs, that joy, the connection with yourself, your higher self, alignment. Alignment trumps all. That's what Abraham Hicks says. Alignment trumps all. Get into alignment and everything is possible. And even then, it's not necessarily going to be instantly delivered to you, like instantly like this, I just don't like that marketing gimmick. It really bothers me because it does take time for some things. Because it also took time to get to where you are in this world, the place that you don't want to be. You got here because things happened. And so it's not your fault, right? Other people have free will. Other people's lives influenced you, but now that you realize that you want to shift and you want to take your power back, now you can start working on those inner beliefs that have led you to attracting things that weren't for you, or not seeing red flags and stuff, you know? I don't believe that we attract it intentionally. It's not an intentional thing. Oh, I attracted this abusive partner and therefore that's what that's all I'm worthy of. No, not at all. That's total BS. God loves you so much. The universe loves you. They would never do that to you. Like, that's so ridiculous. Sorry, I'm just going off on that. Also, I think that you need to, you know, choose. 28 on the timer right now. There's this thing about like choosing. Maybe you're worried. Maybe some of you are worried about choosing the right path. Am I doing the right thing? Again, with the rituals and stuff. Am I doing the right thing in order to get my manifestation to come in? Are you doing the 3 by 333 or 3 by 33 method? Am I doing this method right? Am I doing that method right? Well, stop all the methods maybe. Stop all the methods. Focus on your own joy. Focus on getting into alignment. Focus on deconditioning from your past experiences. Taking those blades out, right? People betrayed you and taught you that, like, the world is cruel, maybe. And good people don't get things, right? Good people get sacrificed, whatever. Sorry, the last pile had a lot of dark energies pop up, and it was like, I'm just like, no, right? No to the dark. No to the darkness. And stepping into the light. I am just all about the light right now. I'm like, oh, light and love and peace and joy and all that stuff. Because obviously the world, you know, there's lots of wars going on in the world. There's peace is available to you if you want it. But if you're subjected to other people's demonic or, you know, dark thoughts and beliefs and wants and needs, and you're affected by that, right? That is going to influence you. It's going to influence your life, and there's a lot of things that are out of your control, but what you can control is how you where you put your focus on right now, right? How do you get out of that situation, out of that war, out of that turmoil? You don't have to, just because you're in it means you have to stay in it. You know what I mean? This toxic environment, maybe you faded, maybe it was good for a little while and you want to get out of it. Well, if you focus on the feeling that you want, focus on where you want to go instead of where you're at, then the universe will start to make moves for you and with you and inspire you to take the right action that will lead you to the thing that you actually want. But there's also this need to make a decision, right? With the 7 of Cups, making a decision about where you want to go and believing in it, instead of being wishy-washy about it, really being decisive. So yes, there's that feeling and allowing the universe to surprise you, but making the decision about how you want to feel, how you want your life to be. And then following through on the instincts that take you down that road. And it might be a little rocky for a little while, but you will get there. I wasn't even asking a question, and then I pulled these cards. For some of you, this could be an offer of some kind, an offer it's Spirit. Or you're waiting for communication from somebody. My throat just got really like closed up there. So this could be something like a specific person for you here. We have... I'll put it in the order that they want me to show it. The Knight of Cups. Or sorry, the Page of Cups. Like new love, maybe. A connection. Openness. And then the 7 of Swords. And then the 6 of Pentacles. And the Knight of Cups. So it could be an offer of love. Like wanting love, wanting a new connection of some kind, right? And then the 7 of Swords could be your own inner fears that are blocking you from it, not being open to it. So Spirit's saying, opening up your heart to love. Look at your own inner world that's deceiving you into believing that like this love or this specific person or something isn't for you or can't be for you because of something that is hidden, hidden information maybe. Maybe you don't know what their intentions are, whatever. Like there could be reasons that are blocking it, but looking, I think, within and then opening yourself up with the Six of Pentacles, opening yourself up to receive it by really, truly believing that this thing, this person is for you and that you're worthy of it and you desire it and that it's right and good and feels good. And then this offer of love is going to come in at the very end of all of that. There's a picnic all set up there. See the picnic blanket? Picnic, the bottom here. The little love note. Could be an invitation to a date or something that comes in. But when you're thinking about the person that you want, if this is a love thing, if you're looking at manifesting love, think about the feeling, the type of person, the type of relationship that you want. If you're a feminine watching this, then, and you're looking for masculine, then, you know, I want him to be chivalrous. I want him to bring me flowers. I want that feeling of chivalry. I want that feeling of being supported and being not worshipped in a weird demonic sense, but like really appreciative of me as a feminine, as this nurturing, loving person being, right? With the Empress card here. Ending old karmic cycles. It could be that, like with the Justice card, that's a message for some. It could be, they're just showing me, I'm looking at it this, with the Justice, and then, Justice, and then Ten of Swords, and then the Empress. It could be that, you know, when I said, I'm like burping. Some readers have said recently that when the reading's done, they start like burping. I mean, because I could keep going. I could keep talking about different manifestations, but it could be that some karmic cycles need to come to an end, right? Before this thing can come in, before it's possible for you to receive. You know, karma needs to work itself out. And also you have to realize that I'm what you're worth, right? I'm done with everything that's not what I want. That's also a decision that you have to make with the Seven of Cups. I am done with everything that isn't for my highest good, and I am moving on. It's over. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not dealing with this BS anymore. And then if this is a love situation, ending all that karmic cycle BS, letting it go, letting God take the wheel, right? And then focusing on inward. I want this kind of a love. This is what I want. This is how I want to feel. This, and then be open to receiving it and however that comes in for you. And the person might not be exactly the same person that you're thinking of if you're trying to manifest a specific person. It could be, and they might be ending karmic cycles as well. And they might come in the way that you want them to, or it could be somebody else that's better. Or more, not maybe better. I don't like to play people against each other like that, but like someone who's aligned to your energy, somebody who fits exactly what you want and what you're worth and like what you deserve right now. Because even though sometimes your specific person, yeah, they can change, right? But some of them also have their own conditioning that they need to work through. And so divine timing needs time to work itself out. They need to come to realize that they are also worthy and that they also want the same kind of love that you want. And they're also willing to put the work in to get that and show up in the energy, in the right energy with you, along with you, right? Reciprocal energy. But they have their own stuff that they have to work through. So it could be, you know, that you meet somebody and they're not right at that time, but then eventually they are and timing works itself out. Yeah, okay, so this is just more of the same, ask and it is given kind of energy. Page of Wands, 3737 on the deck, or on the timer. Expansion, jackpot, I'm hearing, you know, receiving with the threes are the Empress energy, and the jackpot or triumph with the 7 or the Chariot energy. Okay, so Page of Wands, going after what you want, right? Being inspired, feeling excited about what it is that you want. Eight of Wands, things moving faster, things coming in, asking for it, believing in it, getting excited about it, moving towards that thing that you want the most. And the Page of Pentacles, the thing manifesting in 3D world, it coming in, coming to fruition, and then evolving from whatever that the initial form of that manifestation is. It comes into you, and then what you do with it is another stage of the manifestation. So you get it, but then what do you do with it once you have it? Right? And that's also why working on the conditioning is important first, because sometimes you might receive what it is that you want, but then you get it and you're not ready, and then you lose it because you weren't ready, because you didn't decondition from all of those painful experiences in your past, or the experiences that conditioned you to whatever, believe that it's not long lasting, right? You can have this person, but they're eventually going to leave me, right? So you get them, but then they leave, and you're like, oh, why? And then you look at like your beliefs about commitment, or your beliefs about relationships. You know, relationships never last, or the right person never sticks around, or people always leave me, or whatever that inner belief is. So if you don't do that, you might get the manifestation, yes, but then it might not be what it could be if you had done the inner healing work and resolving of those past issues, those past experiences. So again, having clarity, the King of Swords at the bottom, having clarity within and without, 3939 on the clock. Wow. This reading here is about transformation within, from within, and then seeing that thing on the outside. Wow. And then I think I'm going to end it here, but we have the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, I know the other readings I used other decks. I just used this one. So Ten of Pentacles. So what you want, whatever it is that you're looking for, is coming for you. You just have to be patient, and it is on its way. The Hanged Man. Look at it from a different perspective, right? Being patient, waiting, watching, learning as you wait. Ten of Pentacles, it could be something in terms of family, it could be abundance, it could be the lottery, right? There's so many different things for all of you. Maybe I'll just ask for fun, just because I'm curious. What is it that pile number 3 is trying to manifest? This could be some confirmation for you if you're looking for it. Oh, God. Ah! Letting go of stress. Okay, so the 8, oh, again with the 8 of Cups. And 7 of Wands. I think a lot of you are manifesting the end of a difficult period. Like the end of just things that weren't working out. Having to defend yourself, having to kind of struggle through life. Having to show up as an inauthentic version of yourself. What is pile 3 trying to manifest? It's different for all of you. This is more of a general message for any kind of manifestation. It could be finances with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Worthiness, right? Material things, like just feeling like nothing's been working out for you. I think, yeah. And you're manifesting harmony, 10 of Cups energy, just like love and abundance and feeling good. Okay. Any more advice for pile number 3 about how to open up to receiving this manifestation? Page of Cups. Again, open yourself up to love. Expect it. Feel good. Call it in. Look at these birds. This bird is like, the cage door is open and it's just sitting in the window like tweet, 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 calling in its family, its soul family, right? Open to receiving, saying, I'm available. I'm ready to receive. Open your heart. Accept and accept it. Accept the gifts that you are receiving with gratitude as well. I think focusing on gratitude, what are you grateful for right now, is going to help you shift your energy and shift your mindset. Even if it's little tiny small things. Start from where you're at. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to use the Archetype deck, Caroline Myce's Archetype deck, to look at your archetype that might be blocking you, or what you need to know when you do start to go within and start cleaning up your energy and cleaning up what's going on inside, that will help you manifest faster. Because you are a master manifester. I don't think that this is just about manifesting one thing. It's about all your manifestations. One more. There's two here, but for some of you, I just feel like this environment that you're in is really weighing you down and clouding up your energy. But let's see, one more, or okay, two more then. That's fine. 4 of these. So we'll start with the Gossip card. Light attributes. Awaken consideration for feelings of others, honoring trust. Shadow attributes. Thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. Be careful about the energy and the people that you surround yourself with. Are they aligned? Are they the people for your highest good? Does it make sense to be there? Does it feel good to be in that energy space? Because their energy is going to pick up on your energy. And also, if you tell people who don't really have your best they don't have the best intentions for you, right? Or they're jealous or any of that stuff. If you tell them about your manifestations or what you're trying to manifest, right? They could block it too, energetically, by gossiping about you and kind of wishing that you don't get what you want. So be careful about what you share with other people as well. Slave. Light attribute. Surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. Yeah. Shadow attribute. Giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear, making your own choices. Again, that's sort of like doing the rituals and stuff, hoping that that will get you what you want, instead of just trusting that when you ask and you think about it and you believe in it, you literally say, God, thank you for this thing that you want, and just letting it go and trusting that God is bringing it to you, as long as it's aligned with your highest good, right? That's important, because you can easily become a slave to the rituals and get caught up in the rituals of spirituality, which negates the whole purpose of spirituality, I think. It's like, I don't believe that Buddha created all these rituals, and because then you're giving your power away, and the whole point was that you are the power. You are God. You are the power. Know that you are powerful, and everything that you ask for, that you really want, that's aligned for you and for your highest good, is on its way. Avenger. Light attributes. Desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. Shadow attribute. Resorting to violence in the name of a cause. I mean, that has so many connotations for what's happening in the world right now. I'm not even going to get into it, but take it as it Who are you in the Justice League? Are you a villain or are you a hero? And which hero do you want to be? Are you going to, how can you give back? How can you be of service to the world? And I think that that will also help to bring your manifestation in a lot faster. If you're using your power to manifest and your magic within you to do good in the world and help other people too, the more we all rise, the better we're all going to do. And there's no end, like there's no ceiling. And then we have the magical child. Light attributes: seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. Shadow attributes: pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles, believing that that energy and action are not required for growth. So that just speaks for itself. We've already talked about that. So believing, right? Believe in miracles and see the beauty and potential in everything, even the dark situations that you're going through. What can you learn from this? What's it teaching you? How is it helping you to clarify what it is that you actually want, desire, and deserve? And then make adjustments as you go. Onward and upward. I'm going to pull one card from this affirmation deck. It's just a little deck here. Oh. Be still. Spirit waits to guide you, but you must be still to hear the message. Meditate, quiet your body, mind, and then nourish. I want to show you this one, number 24, nourish. Examine what areas of your life have been neglected. What can you do today to bring more self-care to these areas? So just nourishing yourself, focusing on nourishing yourself as well. And then, and then believe is right there too. So I'm going to bring that one up as well. Number 36, the effort you give to yourself and those you love is more than enough if that is what feels right to you. What you have can be enough. So start from where you're at, feel good in this moment, and then magical, unexpected, wonderful things are going to pour into your life. Just really good feelings. Work on healing the relationship you have with yourself, and naturally the relationships that you have with others and even the world will naturally evolve. It's really fascinating how that works. And then the right people will stay and come in, and the wrong people will naturally go away and stop causing all this drama and chaos for you. But, do what you need to do as well there, and like cut off some of that stuff because it's not necessary, with love and grace. I don't want to be involved in this situation with you and this stuff, this drama. The energy doesn't feel good, so I'm gonna have to walk away. But if you decide to come with me on this light-filled journey, then I'm happy to have you. And then you leave it up to the other people, whether they come along for the ride or they choose to stay in their own grief. And that's their freedom of choice, and you can't control them. You can't tell people what to do, right? You can show them, and then maybe through when they see how well you're doing, that they will realize, oh man, like I want to be like that too. And that's how love spreads like wildfire. Love and magic and joy, and more people getting manifestations. Okay, with that, pile number 3, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you and your energy and being open and receptive to this message from us, from me and Spirit. Have a really wonderful day, and I look forward to reading for you next time. Bye.